day everyone, I am Delicious Favor, your online sewing tutor. I'll be teaching you how to draft a queen and neckline bustier together with a ruffle skirt and a rose pattern sleeve. Okay, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel and learn more. So here is the fabric. I use 6 years of Ankara. This is the lining part. I use signing face, and this is the Wadden zip and elastic that I'm going to use for this Queen Anne runched skirt. Okay, so I bought this hard Wadden. I want to use to pad my bust here, so I will keep this aside. So here is my basic pattern, the front pattern. So I'm writing the under bust, waist and chest line, and the bust height. So at the under bust, I'm going to go in at the center front by 1 inches, then I'll go in at the side front by 2 inches for the under bust dart. So I'll connect it to the bust point like so. So then at the waistline, I'm going to go out by ½ inches after the dark leg, then I'll connect it to the waistline like so. Then at the chest line, I'll mark my apex, then I'll go in by 0.75, or you can go in by half inches at the that line and connect it to the bust height like so. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the post notification bell. Okay, so now for my neckline depth, I'm going to go inwards my neckline by 1 inches, then I will just rule a straight line like so to my chest line. I'll rule a straight line like so. Then I will just go from the neck depth, I'll go down by 7 inches. Okay, you can go by 8 inches if you want your neckline to be deep. Okay, so I'm going to mark my Queen Anne neckline. Okay, so I want my Queen Anne neckline to be up, so I'm going to go up just a little bit at the chest line, and I'll mark it like so. So I'll mark my center front and my side front, then I'll just cut the neckline like so. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. So this is my Queen Anne neckline. See how beautiful it is. So I'll turn it and cut out the dart intake for the bust here. Okay, I hope this tutorial was helpful. So please let me know where you are watching this video from. Let me know what country, so I will know my audience. Okay, and please like this video and share so that others can see and learn from this amazing tutorial. So this is my other bustier pattern. So I'm going to mark my dart line, my bust dart line, and I'll close my bust dart. Okay, so you need to close your bust dart intake. So you use your masking tape. I use my masking tape. If you don't have masking tape, you can make use of your pin to pin down the bust dart. Okay, so you do the same to the other side of the dart at the side front. So do the same thing. So here is my back. So I'll go in at the neckline by 1 inches, and I will connect the neckline again, and I will cut out the neckline. Then for the back tightening, I will go up by 1 inches, then I'll go in by 1 inch and connect it like so, and I'll connect it to my chest line in a diagonal line. Okay, then I'll mark in my new dart intake of 1 inches. Okay, this will help get rid of back puff. So this is now my new dart intake. So I'll cut out the unwanted part out. I'll cut it out like so. So here is my back dart. So because I went in by 1 inch at my waistline, so I'm still going to go out by 1 inch at my side back. Okay, so I'll bring a spare paper and place my back pattern, and I'll use my masking tape to hold it down for me like so. Then I'll cut it out. So I'll remark my 1 inch that I took in I went in at the bust and chest line, and I will just mark it out and cut it out. Okay, so it is so simple, and it will not reduce your measurement. So I'll do the same to the other side of my pattern. So please feel free to ask me any question in the comment section. Okay, ask me any questions. The shoulder tightening. So you mark the midpoint of your shoulder, then you go in by 1/4 inch, then you mark it as if you are marking a dart intake. So you cut it out. So you place your two shoulders together and cut out. So you do the same to the back shoulder. This help make your shoulder lay flat. Okay, it lay flat. So you cut it out like so. So bring the side front of your pattern and the back, then you place it together. So you see, make sure that they meet together. You cut out the unwanted part before you place on your fabric. So this help make the side align together, the side seam align together when you are sewing. Okay, so I've already do all the alterations on my pattern. Then to blend my bustier, so I'll just place my French cuff at the bust point like so, then I'll blend it. Okay, so this help avoid this puffy bustier. Okay, it helps make your bustier lay flat on your breast to avoid these sharp edges. Okay, so you do the same to the center front, you cut it out. Okay, so I use my paper pattern to cut out the lining. I just added allowance at the bust side and at the side seam and at the hem. So now I place the lining on my folded piece of Ankara fabric. So I'll just cut it out like so. So this is the center front. I'm already cutting that out like so. Okay, so after you cut that out, so you make sure that you iron your lining and your fabric. Okay, so this is the back. I'm cutting out the back with my lining, so ensure that you pin them down and cut. So I will use my wadding. What I'll do is you fold the right side of your wadding together, you place your lining part on it, your lining on it, then you cut it out. Okay, so then you mark like a cup like shape on your wadding and cut out. So we will be placing this wadding at the wrong side of lining. Okay, because I like ironing the wadding at the right side of the lining. Please don't iron your wadding to your main fabric so that your work will look neat. Okay, so why I like this wadding is that it is good if you don't have if you cannot afford to buy a bra cup, you can get this wadding and it serves the same purposes. Okay, so then you fold your center front of your lining, then you fold your hard wadding like so, and you cut it out. Okay, so you raise your lining up and cut out, so don't let it to extend to the waist. So this is my soft wadding. So what I'll do is I'll iron it like so. So the more I iron, the more the gummable part sticks to my lining. So I'll iron all my fabric pieces till the wadding stick to the lining. So after I stick to the lining, so I'm going to place the center front and the right and the side front together. Then I'm going to mark ½ inches all around to sew for my bustier. Okay, so I will do the same to the other side. I'll mark ½ inches like so. So you can use your pin. So this is my main fabric. I've already ironed my hairstay on it. So here is my bustier. I've already sewn one side. So to sew the other side, you start sewing at the waist hem like so. Then you sew up all the way to your neckline, to where the bustier stops. Okay, so you sew it like so, and make sure that your stitches are secured. Okay, make sure that the stitches are not loose, so it must be tight. So I've already sewn that, so I'll make sure I sew the main fabric. Okay, I'll sew the main fabric like so. So I'm sewing my bustier. So make sure that you mark half inches, okay, so that your bustier will be accurate. So I've done that. So ensure that you iron after you sew. Iron your bustier like so. So now I will join the lining and the main fabric together. So this is the um this is the neckline. So I'm going to be sewing on half inch. This is my my queen and neckline. So I'm going to be sewing on half inch. I will sew the neckline on half inch. Okay, so I've already sewn the neckline on half inch. This is the wrong side, so I'll turn it to the right side. So make sure that you iron them flat. Okay, so this is the back of my lining and my main fabric. So I'm going to join the shoulder by half inch, and I'll join the side seam by 1.5 inch all the way to my waistline. So I'll just mark it. Okay, so make sure that you mark your accurate measurement. So I will do the same to the lining. So all of the lining part is I'll just only mark 1.5 inch at the chest line, then I'll just mark half inch at the waistline, because I need there should be space at the lining part. Okay, so the line, yes, for my runched skirt, the length of my runched skirt is 120 inches. Okay, you can mark 80 inches because I want it to be, to be more gathered. So I mark my waist, so my waist divided by 4. So divide your waist round by 4. So I'll mark my hip length. I use 8 inches. 8 inches is the standard measurement for an adult female hip length. Okay, so you mark it out like so. Then you mark your knee length. Okay, but it doesn't mean you don't need to even mark your knee length. You can just go to the hem and just mark like so. Okay, so I'll mark my hip length divided by 4. So I will mark the hip length down to my knee length. Okay, then I'll connect it like so. So my hip round, I'll also mark it at the hem. I'll mark it at the hem. Okay, so you just connect it to your hip round like so. So I left 10 inches for my runches. Okay, my runches should be 10 inches, so I'll just notch out like so. Okay, so I'm cross checking my mark, so I'll just notch it like so. So I'll bring the back. I've already marked 1 inch for zip allowance, like so. I've already marked the hip length, so I'll mark my waist round divided by 4. Then I'll mark my hip round divided by 4. I'll also extend it to my knee round. And now for bomb illusion effect, I'll go in at my waist by 1 inch, and I'll connect it to my hip round. So I'll also extend that 1 inch at my waist round. I went in by 1 inch, so I'm going to come out by 1 inch. Okay, so I'll connect it to my hip like so. So I'm going to remark my zipper line of 1 inches, and I'll connect it to my hip like so. So my hip round, I'll connect it to my hem. So your hip round, make sure it's same thing to your hem round, then you connect it all the way down like so. So I'm going to mark it to my other. I'm going to extend my marking to the other side of my fabric. So this is the right side. Okay, it's the right side you should mark. So I will cut out the excesses and cut out my zip line like so. So this is the back runched skirt that I'm going to be putting zip. Okay, so I will notch the waistline. To avoid skirt fold at my front skirt, I'm going to go down by 1.5 inches like so. Then I'll connect it to my side seam of my front skirt, and I will cut it out. So I've already sewn my skirt. You're going to sew your runched skirt at the right side. So after sewing, then you are going to sew at your elastic casing of half inch. You can see 2 sewn stitches. So I sew 1 inch apart. Okay, so that's where I'm going to fix my elastic like so. So I've already sewn the skirt and the bodies. So I will just notch the side after my sewn seam. After my elastic casing sewn seam, I'll just notch it. So the waist side, I'll fold my skirt waist and notch the middle. Then I'll place my bodice on it, my bustier round. So I'm going to sew it all round like so. I'll be sewing all round like so. So this is now my elastic casing. So I mark out like 12 inches as my, because you know it's stretchy, so I use my pin to fix in my elastic into that my elastic casing I make, elastic channel I make. Okay, so I'll fix my elastic and I'll bring it out. So after you have bring out your elastic, so make sure that you sew that side, you sew the hem, and you sew the opening where you. So to embellish your quick hand neckline, so I got this golden trimming. So what I'll do is I'll place it at the shoulder like so, then I'll use my pin to pin them down. Okay, in between that golden trim there is this tiny thread, so I'm going to be stitching the tiny thread to my fabric like so. Okay, so you can leave your queen hand neckline like that, but you know I like drama, I like, you know, embellishment. So that's why I decided to embellish the neckline of my queen and neckline, just to, you know, give it this spice. Okay, so I'll take in my hand needle to stitch the embellishment to my neckline. Okay, there is this tiny thread at the embellishment. Okay, so I'll be securing this